Archaeologists in Norway have hailed the gold find of the century as newly discovered 1500-year-old coin-like artefacts show an Odinic horse ritual. The coin-like gold pendants, known as bracteates, were discovered on the island of Ronnesoy by a metal detectorist. The 9 objects, in addition to 10 gold pearls and 3 gold rings, feature rare horse symbols. The symbols themselves appear to be mythologically similar to an arcane ritual relayed in the Merseburg charms. Also known as the Merseburg incantations, the magical writings are a collection of ancient spells or charms written in Old High German. These charms were discovered in the late 19th century in a manuscript in Merseburg, Germany. They are thought to pertain to an ancient Germanic pagan rite attributed to Wodan, the Germanic equivalent of Odin. In particular, the horse ritual on the bracteates calls to mind the second Merseburg charm. This charm is a healing spell, often referred to as the horse healing charm. It is a poetic text that describes a situation in which the god Baldur's horse has injured its leg. The charm calls upon the goddesses Sunna, associated with the sun, and Freya, associated with love and fertility, to aid in healing the horse's leg. The charm reads, "Fol and Wodan rode into the woods where Baldur's foal sprained its foot. It was charmed by Sinthgunt, her sister Sunna. It was charmed by Freya, her sister Volla. It was charmed by Wodan, as he well knew how. Bone sprain, like blood sprain, like limb sprain, bone to bone, blood to blood, limb to limb, so may they be glued." The charms are notable for their preservation of the Old High German language and their connection to Germanic pagan beliefs and mythology. They provide valuable insights into the folkloric, cultural and linguistic history of the Germanic peoples during the early Middle Ages. Returning to the discovery, Olli Madsen at the Archaeological Museum at the University of Stavanger said, "This is the gold find of the century in Norway. To find so much gold at the same time is extremely unusual. The gold value of the 100-gram find is significant even today, but is considerably outweighed by the archaeological value." The discovery was made by 51-year-old Erlind Bohr from Sola. He bought his first metal detector before the summer, partly to go treasure hunting, but mostly to have a hobby that got him off the couch. He said, "I first looked around the shore but only found scrap and a tin ring. Then I chose to go a little higher up the terrain, and then the metal detector beeped immediately." What he had in his hands was a lump of what looked like gold coins. He added, "At first I thought I had found chocolate money or Captain Sabretooth coins. It was completely unreal." When he realised what he had found, he said his pulse started racing. The discovery was made on private land with the approval of the landowner. Norway's Cultural Heritage Act provides that finders of loose cultural heritage can receive a finder's fee, which must be shared equally between the landowner and the finder. It is the country's National Antiquities Authority that determines the finder's fee. This assessment has not yet been made. According to Associate Professor Håkon Ryerson at the Archaeological Museum, the gold pendants date from around 500 AD, from the migration period in Norway. Such gold pendants look like gold coins, but are actually called bracteates. They were not used to buy or sell goods with, but were decorations. The 9 bracteates and gold pearls once formed a very showy necklace. The jewellery was made by skilled jewellers and was worn by one of society's most powerful members. It is very rare to find so many bracteates together. In Norway, no similar discovery has been made since the 19th century, and it is also a very unusual discovery in a Scandinavian context, Mr. Ryerson said. Many of the large bracteate finds that have been made in Scandinavia were hidden in the ground towards the middle of the 5th century, right at the end of the migration period. This was probably a time of crisis with bad years, climate deterioration and plague. The many abandoned farms in Rogaland from this time may indicate that the crisis hit particularly hard here, the academic explained. He added, "Based on the location where the find was made and experiences from similar finds, it is probably a question of either hidden valuables or sacrifices to the gods in such a dramatic time. Approximately 1,000 golden bracteates have so far been found in Scandinavia." Professor Sigmund Earl at the Archaeological Museum is an expert on bracteates and their symbols. The professor says that the gold pendants from Ronnesoy are a specific type that is very rare. They show a horse motif in a hitherto unknown form. He said, "The motifs differ from most other gold pendants that have been found so far. The symbols on the pendants usually show the god Odin healing the sick horse of his son Baldur. In the migration period, this myth was seen as a symbol of renewal and resurrection, and it was supposed to give the wearer of the jewellery protection and good health. On the Ronosoi bracteates, however, only the horse is depicted. A somewhat similar horse, depicted together with snake-like monsters, is also found on a pair of gold bracteates found in Rogaland and southern Norway. Another ancient Germanic charm is associated with snakes, perhaps significantly. This is the Anglo-Saxon 9 herbs charm, in which Woden, the Old English cognate of Odin, vanquishes one of the reptiles in a highly symbolic passage of text. It reads, "A snake came crawling, it bit a man. Then Woden took 9 glory twigs, smote the serpent so that it flew into 9 parts. There Apple brought this pass against poison, that she never more would enter her house." Professor Earle added, "On these gold pendants the horse's tongue hangs out, and its slumped posture and twisted legs show that it is injured." Like the Christian symbol of the cross, which spread in the Roman Empire at exactly this time, the horse symbol represented illness and distress, but at the same time hope for healing and new life. Marianne Enochson, section manager for cultural heritage in Rogaland County Municipality, said, "This is a completely unique discovery. None of the archaeologists in Rogaland County Municipality have experienced anything like this, and it is difficult to describe the excitement when we got to see these. All objects from before the year 1537 and coins older than the year 1650 are considered state property and must be handed in. The county municipality is the first line of contact for archaeological discoveries made by private individuals. The finds are registered by the county council before they are delivered to the archaeological museum. We would like to praise the detectorist for doing everything right when he found this unique gold find." She added, "This meant that shortly afterwards we could go back to the discovery site to carry out further investigations." That's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description or via YouTube Super Thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.